Get your on your back!
At Walmart, where prices are low, 65-year-old Wayne Roberts from Palmetto, Florida, was caught shoplifting again. The store's security team, who are familiar with him, called the police when they saw him loading up a cart. When Roberts tried to leave with the stolen goods, he was met by officers waiting outside.
Hey! Oh, don't run! Hey! Don't run!
You better want to put... You're gonna get tagged. Stop running.
Turn around.
Put your... Run self-checkout. Taser's good. Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased again. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh.
Put your hand behind your back now.
Oh.
After being caught, Roberts was taken to the loss prevention office.
We're going in here. Alright. I'll pull these out, Corp. You good with that?
Yeah.
Alright, man. It's going to hurt. So, babe, brace yourself.
Take a breath.
Go.
Yeah. I bet next time you want to run, you'll think about it.
I ain't never doing this again.
Yeah,
Hold up.
right.
Hold up. No move.
Hold on.
Got a thick shirt on. Don't help you at all.
Just yank it.
Oh,
That's one thing you can just...
go fast.
Like a Band-Aid. Come on. Yeah, it's like a
The other
Band-Aid.
one wasn't even really in.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Wait, don't turn. Don't turn.
And you didn't even get the full ride.
Oh, that's the taser. Oh, that's the taser.
Stop turning, man. Let him
Take
take
it out.
Roberts kept denying that he had done anything wrong, but then the officers showed him the video evidence.
I know, but I want to hear you say that because I don't think you said that. What you said?
How about the
go to other
shoes?
stores and steal.
Probably the
I
same
don't-
shoes,
I didn't
too.
go to stores.
You're a liar.
Show
Probably
me,
the
show
same
me
shoes,
where
too.
I put some stuff on it where I stole some stuff at.
Guess what? They're gonna press charges against you too.
No, show me where I put
Well,
stuff
we don't
in.
have their cameras.
Show me where I put stuff in the bag.
Oh,
That ain't him.
That's not you.
Come on, man. That ain't him. Oh, that ain't him
That's not
either.
him either.
With the same COVID mask.
Same shirts.
Show me. Show me.
I don't
We don't need to. We'll show you in court.
I thought you said
There's
it.
another one.
We have
same
it.
shoes.
Yeah,
same shoes right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming to the store.
Just
But
be honest.
Just because I'm coming to that store like that, that don't mean what?
You'll settle it with the.
Yeah.
The,
I will, but I'm saying I ain't do nothing.
the last time and this time, you're at a felon.
Ooh. That's 2 felonies today. Sit down.
Sit down, Wayne.
Sit down.
Yes, sir.
Don't wipe your nose on our
Oh.
file cabinet.
Gotta sanitize that.
Sit down.
Wayne, have a seat.
Just give me that piece of
It's
paper.
not gonna go anywhere.
Make sure you spray that microban on
Just
it.
give me a piece.
Robert was then taken to jail and charged with felony petty theft and obstructing an officer. He was sentenced to 60 days in jail, probation, and had to take a class on retail theft. A man walked into a store during the day and headed straight for the counter, making it clear he intended to rob the place.
Yeah. Oh, huh? What? Huh? Cool ass don't care about what's up, bro?
However, the 2 employees behind the counter didn't take him seriously, prompting him to use a fire extinguisher on them.
Straight. Come in here. Big ass shit. Bro, these up. It could be a robbery. It could be a robbery. No, these behind a cow. Big ass shit. Real behind a cow. Mine. Nigga. Behind a cow, nigga. You lucky, nigga. It could be a robbery, nigga. Or something else. Behind my kid, nigga.
He grabbed some items and cash and escaped, but he was quickly caught and arrested. On September 22, 2016, at around 3:50 a.m., a man walked into a Circle K store, went straight to the counter, pointed a weapon at the cashier, and demanded money. After taking the money, he escaped on his bicycle. Although he initially got away, he was later arrested by the Santa Ana police because his face was captured on camera. While customers were shopping, two intoxicated men entered a store and started fighting. The store staff called the police, and both men were arrested for disorderly conduct, public intoxication, and assault and battery. An incident occurred inside a donut shop involving a woman who occasionally visits the store. During a dispute, she threw hot coffee at the shop owner, which quickly escalated the situation.
Hearing the video, I think it was worse for me, just because remembering that I screamed when she, threw the coffee at me, being loud and wailing, scaring the little girl, and that's what concerned me. I did not expect her to throw coffee at me.
Other customers stepped in, surrounded the woman, and eventually persuaded her to leave. The shop owner was distressed by the event, noting the emotional and potential physical harm such actions could cause.
To do that to another human being, I think that really infuriates me. To see something like that happen, just out of the blue.
This incident has made the owner rethink the shop's welcoming policy toward the homeless, especially during the winter months.
In the winter when it's cold, but when stuff like this happens and it hurts me and it could potentially hurt other people.
After filing a police report, the owner called for broader changes in how the homeless are treated.
I think people are talking about it and tired of it, but we can't do anything about it. It feels like we have less rights than they do.
The police advised the owner to avoid confronting the woman if she returns and to instead call for assistance. The owner also mentioned feeling lingering soreness in her eyes, face, and neck from the coffee. Two armed robberies took place, one in Norwell and another in Quincy, involving three men who targeted 7-Eleven stores. On the morning of April 17th, three Hispanic men stormed into the Norwell store. They held a weapon to the cashier's head, threatening to discharge the weapon if he followed them after they left. The cashier was shaken but relieved to be alive, emphasizing the need to catch the criminals due to the constant risk posed by his job.
Since this store is 24/7, so I wanted to be arrested, otherwise they'll go to another store again. Maybe I might be live. Next time somebody might not be live. So they're very dangerous for the community.
About 20 minutes later, around 4:38 a.m., men matching the same description robbed a 7-Eleven in Quincy in a similar manner. Police are investigating the connection between the two incidents, considering the similarities in how the crimes were carried out and the descriptions of the suspects. On March 12, 2024, at about 10:35 p.m., Detective Michael Losurdo from the Hoboken Police Department walked into a CVS and spotted a man, later identified as 39-year-old Joseph Burigo, stuffing makeup products into a large coat in the makeup aisle.
Police, what are you doing? Come over here. 274. I'm going to be out with one inside CVS 59 Wash. Empty your pockets. Empty your pockets. Empty your pockets.
I wasn't leaving one, bro.
Empty your pockets. Right, I'm gonna have a 1025. Empty your pockets. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm the thing, bro. I didn't let the things in my pocket. There's two more things in my pocket.
Right, I'm solo. Just send me a car for transport.
Boss, I didn't even leave the store, nothing.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't leave the store. I was cleaning right here. I didn't leave.
I know.
What do you mean, I didn't leave? Boss, I didn't leave the store. I didn't even move from here.
Shortly after the initial confrontation, officers Daniel Barron and Daniel Grossi arrived at the scene to assist Detective Losurdo.
All right.
Yeah, but he's got more stuff in his pocket.
like
Just
two
turn
more
around.
things.
What do you have? You have anything sharp or anything? No.
There shouldn't be, no. My bag is right.
He's going too
I don't think so.
Any needles or anything? No.
I shouldn't be, no. My bag is got something.
You dealt with this before?
What's that?
You dealt with
No. I never been in trouble.
This is your bag?
Yeah, that's my stuff. Go ahead, look. I got off the train with that.
This was in the wrong pocket.
Okay. You have any drugs on you?
No.
Do you have any needles, anything?
No, it shouldn't be. I don't think so.
I hope not.
Should it be? Or do you have any needles? Yes or no?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. It might be in my pocket. I'm not sure. Well, come on. I wasn't even leaving the store, brother. The employees weren't even paying. The employees weren't even trying to push. They weren't even trying to push charges.
It doesn't matter. I watch you do it.
Oh, come on, please.
You're a body camera. It's not the old days. We let you walk away.
I know, but I wasn't even leaving the store.
Believe me, you think I wanted to walk in when I was trying to get
No,
on
I
the
wasn't
order?
even leaving the store. They just told me to put the shit back, and I put it back, and that's it.
Have you ever been arrested in Hoboken before?
No.
Okay, where are you from?
From New York.
Then Joseph was handcuffed and escorted to the patrol car. Officers Barron and Grossi transported him to the Hoboken Police Department for further processing.
What do I get out? You think tonight, tomorrow, next week?
Yeah, depends. If you don't have any warrants, you'll probably be out soon.
Yeah, Steve, they're going to be coming with a 2-5 for back there.
What?
You just want to let them know when they
2
get
hours, 6 hours, like what's that?
Yeah? Alright. What's wrong with your legs? Searching, obviously, again.
Back in the store, a store associate helped Detective Losurdo scan the initially retrieved items, estimating their total value at $269.40.
$269. Are you able to print that out? Let me see.
295, you in the back?
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve, they're going to be coming with a 2-5 for back there. You just want to let them know when they get here.
And item.
At the police headquarters, a more thorough search was conducted on Joseph, and additional makeup products were found on his person. The total value of all stolen items was then adjusted to $289.65.
You have stuff on your legs?
Detective Flores is going to just be doing a report on this incident tomorrow. Can we just have the cab?
How old are you? 39. You ever been arrested in New Jersey?
18531. 18531.
Where?
Montague.
What is it?
Montague.
Montague?
Where's that?
Something like Tri-State area.
Alright. You have a New York driver's license?
I don't have a license.
You have an ID?
No, I mean, no.
No. In the system, is there an ID for you?
Yeah.
For what state?
New York.
Alright.
Detective Losurdo finished the booking procedures, which included fingerprinting and photographing Joseph. He was eventually charged with shoplifting and released with a summons to appear before the Hudson County Superior Court. The Albuquerque Police Department was called by Target to arrest a man who pretended to be an employee. He wore a Target uniform and stole gaming consoles. He did this at 3 different Target stores before a loss prevention employee figured out the scam.
I made it to the entrance, bro. This is like $1,200.
Did any officers get your ID for me?
Good, so far so good.
Did you check out
Am I trespassing? Oh, I did not. I just keep. Okay, come here. Do you have an ID on you?
It's in my truck.
It's in the truck.
I can just give it to you.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Could you please stand by? I just want to check for your weapons.
Yeah, I can take it on my. You want to check me?
Yeah, exactly. That's all, man. Just one for the weapons, okay? Anything that will prick or poke me? What is this thing?
I have no idea. Oh, it's my keys.
Okay.
Then, a Target employee explained the whole situation to the officers.
He was apprehended at, so he pushed out 11 gaming consoles out of our Rio Rancho store a couple months ago.
Okay.
Rio PD issued a warrant they were supposed to handle on their end. He was back yesterday. He went to our Uptown Target where he got away with one Xbox console. So he imitates that he's a Target team member, gets keys, gains access to the locked case or the stockroom.
Which console was it, sorry?
An Xbox One yesterday.
Okay.
Set up Paseo Target. Or, excuse me, Uptown, Louisiana.
Okay.
He just left our Rio Rancho store and then came here. He didn't get anything from them this morning, but he was able to get someone to let him in. All those consoles there is what he selected. He tried going out the entrance door where I stopped him.
Where did he? How far
he was right at the towers, about to exit through the EAS towers here, through the entrance door.
So he passed all points of sale?
Yeah,
okay.
And stopped him. He complied, he came with me, kept saying, hey, I work here. I'm like, you don't work here, man. Like, you're not on our payroll.
Okay.
So it's currently where we're at. We do want to prosecute and do a CT. It is going to be a felony, so.
Cool. How long was the employee and when's his last
I don't know that info. I could get it for you. He was employed at the Paseo Target. I think he told me 6 months, but I could get you more definitive answers on that.
Okay.
After hearing from the employee, the officers went ahead and arrested CJ.
So go ahead and stand up, okay? So you're going to be placed under arrest for felony level shoplifting, okay? Don't
We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay.
Can I get double cup? I have shoulder injuries.
Do you have any injuries right now?
As he was taken to the station, he tried to get away.
Let's go actually over here. Come here. This room here. Come on.
Yeah. You want to use the restroom or no?
Yeah.
All right, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stay here.
You need a taste.
Stay here, man. Stay here. You're not going. All doors are locked. Even if you get past it, you're not going to get away from here.
No. Get on the ground. Or I'm going to tase you.
You cannot leave you.
I'm going to tase you. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground, man. Listen to me. You
get on the ground.
You have no other charges right now other than the felony. So shoplifting. Just put the thing down.
No, what's not happening?
All right, just put it there. Put it down. You're not going to leave.
Get on the ground.
You are not going to leave. Put it down, man.
Here, I got it.
All right, put it down.
The officers kept telling CJ to put the chair down, but he wouldn't listen. After about 7 minutes, he finally did what they asked.
Look, man, Curtis, it's falling apart already, Curtis.
Relax, dude. Just relax, dude.
Curtis, take a deep breath.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of shape, bro.
Take a deep breath.
The man was charged with felony shoplifting, resisting arrest, battery on police officers, and possessing a stolen motor vehicle. On March 7th, 2024, at about 5 p.m., there was a shoplifting and trespassing incident at the ShopRite on 900 Madison Street in Hoboken, involving someone who had done this before. Hoboken police officers Alexander Miller and Jason Montalvo were sent to ShopRite after getting a call about an aggressive shoplifter. When they got there, Officer Miller found that 57-year-old Joseph had already been stopped and held by the store's loss prevention team in front of the store.
I'm gonna know what the fuck right now. Right here, right now. Right now. Right now. Yeah.
What happened?
He took my chicken. He took my chicken. Make it.
Hold on.
I paid for this shit.
Okay,
I paid for this shit. I paid for this shit.
You need to wait.
I paid for this shit. I paid.
Just wait.
Yeah, he got to blow my head off.
Hold on.
Motherfucker, you want to die?
Can you?
My name's Joe.
Joe, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, get the out of here, motherfucker.
Just do me a favor. Just
Get the fuck out of here. Fake motherfucker.
What's going on here?
Yo, I came in here, I bought something, and this motherfucker gonna grab my bag, take the other 2 pieces of chicken, and took it back. You see everybody else coming here and steal some, bro. I got money. I keep money, mother.
Joe.
I keep money.
Joe.
You faggot.
Stop. And you
faggot.
Can we just figure this out before you...
Done. You done. You will never work this shit right now.
Do me a favor.
Never work here again. I'm gonna find out right now. Here.
Stop. You're gonna keep going?
I'm gonna get him. I'll be right back.
You're not
I'm gonna get him.
Right now. You gotta wait. You need to wait. Okay, you need to wait.
Oh, my mother, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I will be back.
You can't leave yet.
Can't leave. I bought this, bro.
Okay,
I bought this.
Right now we're conducting an investigation.
I bought this. I ain't gotta steal.
I didn't say that you did steal. Right now, can we figure this out?
Yeah, this guy just grabbed me for the gun.
Joseph was known to the store staff as he had previously been banned from the premises due to another shoplifting incident. The loss prevention officer reported that Joseph had paid for 2 bags of chicken, but attempted to leave the store with 4, effectively stealing 2 bags.
You have a receipt?
Well, he took the receipt. You have the receipt.
You have the receipt?
Where'd you get the bag? I get enough.
There's nothing there.
I had the bag right here. The receipt right here. Is this the receipt? 2 bags of chicken. Because it was in the bag.
$2 for $10.
Yeah, that's it. 2 for $10. That's 2 for $10.
Hold on.
We went back in there already.
Okay, but you gotta stay here. Let me go see.
Officer Miller proceeded to the loss prevention office to review surveillance footage, which confirmed that Joseph was not only shoplifting but also trespassing, given his prior ban from the store.
I know.
What? Show me the receipt.
He paid for 2.
Okay.
And he took 2. That's what it was.
So he didn't shoplift?
No, he shoplifted because he had 2 in the bag. He had 4 total.
Is this the same receipt?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says 2 for $10, right? Or no?
All right. It says here.
I'm just trying to understand, like.
Adam sold 2. It's down here. They're 2 for $10, but Adam sold 2. He had 4. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so he wasn't supposed to take 4. He was supposed to take 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knew what he was doing. He's a repeat offender.
Okay.
That's Joseph Crandall. He's banned. He's banned from our store. It was a court order. This was from last year. He knew that he's not supposed to be here. He's a trouble person. You know, he's technically.
I'm sorry. Where's the chicken? That you guys already took it and put it back, or?
It was the other total was $10, but still, you know, he's trespassing our store. He's not supposed to be. He's been told. You know, we try to avoid not dealing with him because we know how he gets, and to avoid our safety. But it's like a constant thing when he comes in. I'm noticing now, putting this up. I think he's been here. He's been coming here last time. I think it was March 7th. So he doesn't listen.
Okay.
So, like I said, he's trespassing. He's trespassing our property either way.
I understand.
So, based on the evidence and the information provided by the loss prevention officer, Joseph was formally arrested.
Man,
come on.
Yo, nobody get my phone. I got my bike over there next to help.
Where's your bike?
Call Jojo.
Where's your bike?
My bike right there, man. My bike right there. It's locked up. Yeah.
That means it's secure.
Come on, I got the key. Why'd you get locked up for what? What reason? I got. Don't put that in there, man.
You didn't purchase.
Yes, I did. I purchased that.
No, you didn't.
I didn't purchase that.
I don't want to. This you purchased for?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
The items they took back from you did not purchase.
Officers Miller and Allegretta transported Joseph to the Hoboken Police Department for further processing. At the police headquarters, a more detailed search was conducted.
What happened?
After that, Joseph was charged with shoplifting and defiant trespassing according to the law. Once the charges were filed, he was released with a summons to appear in court to respond to the charges. On August 10, 2017, around 9 p.m., just before closing, a man walked into a Verizon wireless store with a rolling plastic tote box. He showed a weapon he had in his waistband and forced the employee to the back inventory room. He made the employees lie on the floor while he filled his tote with cell phones, tablets, and cash. This same man had previously robbed other Verizon stores in Garden Grove and Seal Beach. This time, however, his luck ran out and he was arrested. In Florida, officers were called to a local shopping plaza after a report of ongoing shoplifting. Loss prevention officers had spotted a woman stealing items inside a store. After she was caught with the stolen goods, she ran out of the store and escaped. Just 30 minutes later, she was seen in a Dillard's store, hiding expensive dresses in her purse. When she tried to run away from security, she was quickly caught.
For great service.
Oh, not my turn. Thank you.
Before the officers arrived, loss prevention reported that the woman was offering them money, hoping they would let her go and avoid arresting her for the theft. However, what she didn't understand was that this was not how the law worked.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
So, I've got a 10-12.
And I do have your hot share.
But I was waiting on you to get in. She had all that merchandise.
They gave it back.
And how much? That's not how that works here.
I'm going to go get you the footage from camera room and his statement.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I can pay it.
Well, listen, you had an opportunity to pay it. Now,
I understand that, but I've been thinking of trying to get it back.
not my problem. I can't help you out of this. They like to prosecute here, so I can't help you out here.
Man, it amounts to me. I want to leave and go to court for.
You're going to jail.
Then the officers proceeded to search her belongings.
You come in the mall with a bunch of other stuff that still has tags on it, and you mean to tell me you went to the car to drop a receipt, but then...
No, it came out of my bag. I just took that stuff because I'm matching a dress. I was going out to dinner. I was matching it.
Who is Webb?
Webb is my dad.
Okay, you told your dad you were stealing?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Ma'am, listen, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
That stuff is, you're here for stolen things.
Right, and this is not Dillard's property. I'm not going to have them do something and it doesn't say it belonds to Dillard's.
I understand that.
So your concern is not this stuff. All this stuff says TJ Maxx.
My concern is the fact that you're concerned about that.
No, I think I want to investigate this one and see if you actually took this stuff too and add more to your charges, because you don't have a receipt, and this is none of this. All this stuff says TJ Maxx. Is there TJ Maxx in here?
While searching her belongings, the officer found some illegal substances.
It's not incense.
So what is it?
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
You don't know, but it's narcotics.
It's not incense.
Okay, so is it some type of narcotic though? Yes or no? Is it some type of narcotic?
It's a possibility. I'm saying.
Is this yours?
Ma'am.
Is this yours?
That's hers.
Okay.
It's mine, but I'm saying, ma'am, please.
It's just a yes or no. Is it some type of narcotics? It's just
Yes.
simple. Yeah. Okay, then that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Don't please. We just end it. You told me it was narcotics, so let's just leave it there. Okay. That's all I needed to know, honestly.
I know that.
Okay. Anything else you need from me?
I need her signature from her.
Okay. I need you to. I'm gonna stand up and take one handcuff off for now, so you can just sign this paper. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, stand up for me.
And so that you know what your signing is, that you're being trespassed from Dillard's. Okay.
After finding the substances, the officers then arrested her.
Do you need your cuffs? I can switch her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you just doing that because I don't?
Can you just please? It's just best. You let it go. You answer my question. That's all I needed you to do. Just leave it alone. We're here because you stole something.
The woman was arrested and taken to the local jail, charged with grand theft. This was a poor example for her 3 children. In court, she said she stole the dresses for a date with her husband. On October 29, 2021, officers were called to the local Walmart because of a theft. The shoplifter was caught stealing 8 clothing items and a bag of chicken nuggets.
Hey. How are y'all?
Good.
Good.
So this is the information he gave us. He doesn't have an ID on him.
Okay.
On to get a receipt.
Okay.
Still. But it was just Georgia shirts.
Not more than 500? Okay. Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting before? Okay. So if you don't have a history of shoplifting, typically you just get released on citation. So I'm just going to run your criminal history and we'll go from there. Which one of y'all saw him?
I was both of us. You can put my name on it.
Okay. What did you see?
So do that self-checkout. I saw the video.
Okay.
So he had the clothes. He just doesn't scan it, and then he'll have like a kind of a pile of clothes.
While the officers were dealing with this shoplifter, another loss prevention employee noticed a previous shoplifter who had escaped before but now had an active arrest warrant. It appears he had previously encountered the male officer. Officers contacted the suspect in the menswear section of the store.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Cover, you got your ID with you?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
Say that, what's going on?
All right. So are you aware that you're warrant out for your arrest?
For what?
For shoplifting, larceny, failure to appear in court, put your hands behind your back. Behind your back.
God damn.
Central 462.
You said I got one for what now?
Failure to appear and some, I think it's larceny.
Theft.
What the hell is larceny?
Yeah, basically it's theft.
I got a friend to go to tomorrow, man. Y'all doing all this, man.
You remember the day that you saw Franco in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that day you took that stuff to the front and returned it without a
Receipt? I didn't have a receipt.
You came in and picked it up and returned
No, I talked to the woman in the front.
Franco's already got all this taken care of.
Come get the stuff in my pocket right there.
Oh, I'll search you.
Get this stuff. No,
I will search you. Yeah.
No, listen, don't put
Hey,
that.
man, you better chill.
You already know I don't need
You want to act a fool? You want to act a fool right now?
Right now, you anyway. Here, don't put your hands on me like that.
Walk.
Bro, don't put your hands on me. Don't get the stuff in my pocket. Now get it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Now get the stuff in my pocket.
Dispatch confirmed that the warrant was valid and advised the officers to place a hold. The man was then placed under arrest.
Get in the car before I make you get in the car.
Can you take me to the jail? I
Then they proceeded to arrest the other man.
Bring it back.
I thought I wasn't getting arrested.
Well, you are.
What?
Shoplifter.
What about my product? My food and stuff. I think y'all didn't know jail.
We can return it.
How can I buy them good and get my money?
Yeah, they're going to return it right now.
Give you your money.
But you going to give me cash?
You told me you wanted me to tell them to hurry up, so I did, and this is the
So you going to give me cash? How are you going to do that?
It was an EBT card?
Yeah.
Management told both suspects that they were banned from the location for 2 years. The first suspect's cash bond was set at $1,850. After being arrested a few more times, he faced court for all incidents at once, with court costs of $50 and a 12-month jail sentence. The second suspect was sentenced to 48 hours and had a cash bond of $650. On December 9th, around 6 p.m., 2 individuals entered the Don Roberto jewelry store at 407 East 1st Street. Upon entering, one of them immediately approached a display case at the front of the store and broke the glass without interacting with the employees. He removed several necklaces. The exact count and value of the items are currently being assessed. His accomplice, who acted as a lookout and did not conceal his face, was arrested along with his partner. In Temple, Texas, a disagreement escalated between a restaurant manager, Janelle Broland, and a customer over a spicy menudo soup. The customer called the restaurant to complain that the soup was so hot, it melted the takeout container's lid. Janelle, the 24-year-old manager, offered a refund, a replacement meal, or a different dish, but the customer continued to yell over the phone and later confronted Janelle in person at the restaurant.
And I, of course, offered her like refunds and was trying to get her either a replacement meal or just something completely different if she wasn't in the mood for soup anymore. And she just continued to yell.
Surveillance video shows the customer pointing to the melted lid and causing a scene, yelling and cursing in front of other customers. Janelle warned her to calm down, or she would call the police and asked her to stop yelling and cursing. The customer then threw the soup in Janelle's face.
She just still continued to yell, make a scene, it's still cursing with, you know, families and other children in the restaurant. And that's when I said, you know, ma'am, you either need to calm down or leave, or I'm going to be calling the police. And I said, ma'am, I can still help you and get you something. I just ask that you don't yell and cuss at me. And that's the moment she threw it at me.
While the soup had cooled and didn't cause burns, it was still warm, and the spices irritated Janelle's eyes and nose, causing discomfort and a nosebleed.
The warmth of the soup was not enough to really burn me. I mean, as you can see, I have no injuries from that itself, but the spices from the soup are what my eyes were stinging so bad. They were burning, and the spices were all like inside of the top part of my nose, and it caused me to have a nosebleed.
The customer, identified as a nurse at a local hospital through social media, left the scene.
I really don't have anything to say to her. I just kind of really hope that she learns her lesson that people are not going to tolerate being treated that way ever.
The police are looking into the incident to see if charges are necessary. On May 17, 2020, around 2:40 p.m., two men entered the 7-Eleven at 2217 East 17th Street in Santa Ana and confronted an employee, demanding a refund for an item not bought at that store.
The last duty. Yeah, but you found it asleep in the bed. I used to work at a restaurant. Yeah, please, make it receipt, man. I'll not do nothing for that. Take a card. Huh? Take a card with you. What do you mean? Take a receipt with that. I don't know. You can go look for the receipt. Just go look for the receipt. ¿Esta? No. A ver.
When the employee refused, one of the men handed a knife to the other, who then verbally and physically attacked the employee, resulting in a stab wound to the employee's arm.
Open up the ratio. Huh? Open up the ratio. What do you do? I'm saying, sácala, güey, sácala. Sácala, güey. Entrale. It's good for you? What is this? Nah, it's good. Nah, it's good. Can I give my shit? Really? You want to solve them or what? I don't want a problem, boy. Huh? I don't want to solve the problem. Entrale. Well, it's like that. You're going to take the money? Nah, I'm just trying to give you my refund. Refund for the receipt? No, we don't come inside. Don't, it's not good. Can you please just give this shit? Go outside. Go outside. That's what I'm saying. Go outside. It's a big deal, no? You mind giving back my cash? Oh, it's there, so I'm dog. Give back my cash, please. Let's just do a favor, please. It's not like that. You ask a favor. They have cameras, no? They have big phone for you. Ask for that favor, please. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boy. Don't do that. Why you scare me, bro? I can go. Give me the cash. Yes, big problem for you. Come on, boy. So the customer come, they have problem for you. Hey, I don't want it. I know him, that's good way. Alright, I'm gonna do it, my boy. You have to pay the fee. Please, bro, please. I'll give you money, go over there. I'll give you money, go ahead. Yeah, this way. Now over here. You have to big problem, man. I swear that. You have big problem in your money. Man, what do you do? Open it up. Oh, It's not good, brother. I give you money, I don't keep your money. Excuse me, man. They are nice. He scared me too. The guy has nice. Can you call the cops, please?
I don't have a phone.
Brother, I give you towing money. I give you go over there. You got a big problem, though. Lady, you got a big problem, though. Man, it's not like that. It's gonna see for you. What's up? What's up? Come on. Go. I give you the money, though, man. I give you the money, though.
After the altercation, both men fled the scene. Initially, they may have thought they escaped, but they were eventually caught and arrested. A guy walked into a gas station in Santa Ana to buy something, scoped out the place, and then left after making his purchase. A few minutes later, he came back with a weapon, threatened the employees, and stole cigarettes and cash before leaving. It didn't take long for Santa Ana police to catch him, thanks to video evidence. Turns out, this wasn't his first time. He was involved in other robberies around town too. A guy broke into a mobile store late at night and stole phones worth thousands of dollars. The authorities are actively searching for him, but he's still on the run. On March 6, 2024, around 3:33 p.m., officers Samuel Flores and Dylan Archilla were sent to address a shoplifting incident at the ShopRite on 900 Madison Street in Hoboken. When they got to the store, they headed straight to the upstairs loss prevention office. There, they met with the loss prevention officer and the suspect, 30-year-old Shakia.
Hi.
Hello.
What'd you take? Do me a favor, have a seat. The timing of these always grabs me. It's always at the end of my shift. Do you know that?
I don't understand why they called y'all.
What's that?
Not.
What's this? You guys?
Yeah,
The loss prevention officer told Officer Archilla that he saw Shakia come into the store around 1 p.m. She tried to leave through the self-checkout lane later without paying for some items worth $165, although she did pay for other items.
Yeah, this person?
Yeah. That's for ShopRite. No, not any of our stores.
What's the, maybe I'm missing it. I don't see a total.
She got it's Showtime boy.
You want to send a complaint?
Yeah.
You guys just don't want her to come back, or you want to complain?
No, we got to send a complaint because it's over our.
Okay, stand up, miss. What's your?
Officer Flores arrested Shakia for shoplifting based on the evidence and the report from the loss prevention officer. She was handcuffed and escorted out of the store to a patrol car.
This one. I know, she has a whole big thing. I know. It's amazing. Truly.
Shaquila was taken to the Hoboken Police Department for more processing. They found out she didn't have any outstanding warrants. She was officially charged with shoplifting. After they finished processing her, she was released and given a court date to respond to the charges. The Akron Police Department got a report that a group of people were shoplifting from a store. One of the store employees locked the door to stop one of the people from escaping.
Everything all right? I'm not sure yet.
Please come here, sir. I arrest him. She not steal. She told me go outside. She have all the way store. 100 times we have all recordings. Last time, hold on, please. Listen to me first. Sir, I need to involve parents, please.
Turn around.
15, if there's any units closer to 16 million.
I'm going to detain you.
No, I don't want
Don't
you
fight me, because it's not going to go well for you.
Let me try. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Put your hand down.
Don't touch me.
Put your hand down.
Don't touch me.
Put your hands behind your back. Do not resist. Do not resist.
I'm not resisting. You're not allowed to do that. And those kids are walking westbound.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
5898.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
I see him walking.
That's good.
Even after being handcuffed, this teen continued to resist and curse at the officer.
47.
Stop. Walk.
We're out to Marshallville Police Department.
Just walk and listen. Stop. Walk.
Copy.
Walk.
No. They walk. They do have a gun. Well, that shit hurt. Copy. Units responding to Astor. Be advised those kids have a gun. Get off of me. Get off of me.
I got a combative female. I'm trying to get her in the car. I got eyes on the other two.
Get off of me. I don't give a off of me. Get off of me.
Get the radio.
Both kids, black ladies. Coming on wood, heading towards Firestone.
Boy, I don't give a move. Get in the car. Playing with you.
I'm not playing, bro.
Up.
Move.
47.
I'm recording you.
Get up.
You just
up.
Me, bitch.
Get up.
I hate you. I can't get in my queue.
Get in the car. Get in the car now.
I can't get in the car. You unbuckle my cuffs.
Get in the car.
After being placed in the police cruiser, her behavior continued, and she didn't respond to any of the officers' questions.
First name?
I don't know it.
Huh?
I don't know it.
Okay, how could I refer to you as?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah,
How old are you?
I don't know. Keon, tie my cuff. Y'all not even supposed to be having my cuffs behind my back.
Yeah, we are actually.
Okay, Keon, tie my because my is tight as fuck.
What's your name?
I don't know.
And your date of birth?
I don't know it. I'm not telling you.
Where do you live at?
I don't know.
Well, you're gonna go to Dance Street until they find out who you
I
are.
don't care. I already said they can take me.
Where do you live at?
I don't know. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. Are you injured in any way?
No. Yes, he pushed me.
No,
He
I'm
pushed
asking
me
if you're,
down.
what's your name?
I don't know.
You don't know your name? Okay. And you're not going to tell me your age or anything?
Nope.
Where do you live at? Do you live around here?
Nope.
No? Are you from Akron?
Yeah.
Okay. What school do you go to?
Don't worry about that. I just said I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. So you don't want to make any further statements?
No.
All right.
A weapon was found on her, and she was taken to the station for further processing. She was charged with shoplifting, possession of a concealed weapon, and possession of a firearm. On March 25th, the Tampa Police Department dealt with a significant incident of burglary and car theft at the Presbycar lot on Florida Avenue. Around 10 suspects arrived at the Presbycar lot in a minivan, previously stolen from the Orlando area. Surveillance footage captured one of the suspects breaking the front window of the main building at the dealership. The suspect removed the window pane to gain entry into the building, accompanied by another suspect. Inside the office, one suspect found a box containing keys to all vehicles on the lot, while the second suspect rummaged through additional drawers. Eventually, they took a trash can, which they used to carry, and sort through the stolen vehicle keys. Both suspects exited the office and joined at least 8 other suspects waiting in the lot. The group began preparing to steal vehicles. During the vehicle preparation, the original Honda Odyssey minivan that transported the suspects was seen circling the block, timing its move to ram the gate of the dealership to facilitate the escape. After lining up the stolen vehicles, the minivan rammed the gate, allowing all suspects to drive out of the lot in stolen vehicles. 7 headed eastbound and 1 westbound. 2 more vehicles were moved within the lot but were not taken. One was left running, and another crashed into a second building at the dealership. In total, 14 other vehicles were damaged as the suspects fled the lot. Of the 8 stolen vehicles, 2 have been recovered. A 2012 white Dodge Ram was processed by the Pasco County Sheriff's Office, and a 2005 BMW Model X3 was recovered by the Florida Highway Patrol as an abandoned vehicle near mile marker number 7 on I-4 following a crash. On March 18, 2024, around 7:01 p.m., officers Brandon Fitzgibbons and Dominic Allegretta were called to the ShopRite on Madison Street in Hoboken due to a report of shoplifting by 2 women. When they arrived, they met with Anna, who is 30, and Maritza, who is 38, already held in the store's loss prevention office.
How are you?
Give me a second. So they have no ID. $288. No intent to pay. They were loading it up. That camera's frozen right there. That's where they were loading up the items, putting it into the bags.
Into the bags or
into reusable bags, the ones that are down there.
From the cart into the bags?
Yeah. They went to self-checkout. They paid for those 3 items right there. There's 4 items right there.
Those are paid for?
Yeah, and then that's it. Nothing else was paid for. They have no ID. Identification. This is the addresses that they gave me. One gave me a New York address, and then the other one, I guess, is a Jersey City address. And this is their information that's here in this paper right here. I don't know if you guys want to verify or what. That's the information they gave me.
Maritza?
Yeah,
Maritza. Who's Maritza? Okay. And the bottom?
And Mayorga.
Yeah? Take your glasses off, please. Thank you. Okay. Where was the rest of the items? In the backpack? Or backpack?
No, they just had it in their hand.
So which one was actually taken? What stuff was actually taken?
I had a picture of it. Stuff was stuff.
The loss prevention officer showed the officer's surveillance video of Anna and Maritza trying to leave the store without paying for 75 food items worth $311.72. They had actually paid for only 6 items.
This is stuff that's paid for, that they paid for. That's
it's $288.85.
But everything else was ready. Picture taken. I have the picture, and that's the receipt. So this is their personal property that they have. And
yeah, I didn't see if she put anything in her book, but I didn't get to see that.
All right, we'll look at that.
Yeah,
I just want to see this first. Alright. They just got there?
This was at 6:45.
And it's at 6:45? Okay. Yeah, they go up to which self-checkout is that?
That's 81.
Aisle 81?
Register 81.
Register 81.
Yeah. So he's just gonna go up. She's gonna go ahead.
At 1845, okay. Yeah.
Officers Fitzgibbons and Allegretta arrested Anna and Maritza and took them to the Hoboken Police Department for more processing.
Alright. Nice and easy. Sit in there. Okay. Okay. Very good. Right. Okay, I'm going to put the seatbelt over you, okay? Okay. Okay. Boss, you have my keys? Okay.
At the police station, Officer Rose Kanan conducted a detailed search of both Anna and Maritza.
Have a seat. Boom. Listen. Let's bang this out.
You know what? No, turn on. Want to take your hands off? Okay, good.
34 Alpha, Receipt.
Yeah, I'll do the invoice and the CVR.
Well, then he's fingerprinted everything, and then you can start investing in it. When we're done, we'll figure it out.
After processing, both were charged with 1 count of shoplifting. They were then handed summonses and released from the police station with instructions to appear in court on a later date. A group of armed robbers entered High Society Smoke Shop at McKinley and Cedar Avenues, brandishing weapons. They proceeded to steal money and various items from the shop. After grabbing what they wanted, they fled the scene. Fortunately, the employee present during the incident was not harmed. As of now, no arrests have been made in connection with this robbery. 2 armed men burst into the M and Toy Cafe and demanded that everyone inside hand over their money and valuables. With no other options, the people complied. After collecting the money and valuables, the robbers fled the scene. However, they didn't get far before being arrested by the Santa Ana police. On April 30th, 2022, 2 men targeted a pharmacy in southeast Fresno. They broke the glass door to gain entry and then stole medications from inside. In just a few minutes, they managed to take medications worth an estimated $10,000. These individuals have not yet been caught and are still on the run. An underage boy went into a store and started stealing tobacco products.
I'm the same guy, but...
He grabbed some items and left, but soon came back to take more.
You see now what happened? This underage black kid want beer, I know this do. But what do you mean? But I have what's called? What? Converse.
The elderly cashier was unable to stop him. The store called 911, but by the time the police got there, the boy was already gone.
Look, call 911. This takes cigarette too, and this before 1 minute.
This young guy needs to understand that there are consequences for his actions. Eventually, karma will catch up with him. On July 4th, 2019, at 7:09 a.m., 2 men entered the M and Toy Cafe, wielding their weapons. One of them approached the counter and demanded that the employee and other patrons put money into a bag. The victims complied, and while this was happening, the other man acted as a lookout. After collecting the money, both men fled on foot. Although they initially escaped with the stolen money, they were soon apprehended by the police. On March 23, 2024, a suspect rammed his vehicle through the front door of the Lululemon store at 712 West Shaw Avenue. After breaking in, he stole various items and then fled the scene in his vehicle. Fresno police arrived at the store following reports of the break-in. The suspect is still at large as the police continue their search. At around 10 p.m., two men walked into Prano Pizza at 1734 West 1st Street. They went up to the counter, and one of them showed a weapon and demanded money. An employee gave them an undisclosed amount of cash from the register. The two then ran off on foot, heading south through the parking lot and onto Rate Street. Thanks to video evidence, both men were eventually arrested. A man walked into a jewelry store in Laguna Beach, appearing to be a regular customer at first. However, his intentions quickly became clear when he pulled out a weapon and pointed it at an employee. He stole jewelry from the store and fled in his getaway vehicle. The man was eventually arrested following a police chase. On July 14, 2022, police officers were called to the area near a Burlington store and Kroger supermarket due to a report of shoplifting. The caller claimed a woman had stolen several clothing items and left the store without paying. When the suspect noticed the officer, she decided not to stick around. However, video footage showed that she was not particularly fast at running.
You're under arrest now.
What?
Obstruction.
Get
Get your hands behind your back!
Look, I had seizures.
Put your hands behind your back.
I had seizures.
Well,
no, I didn't do nothing.
Well,
I didn't
don't
do nothing.
run.
Oh, please, no. Oh, I just had
Give me your hand.
Oh, I'm gonna have to please stop, please. Stop. Stop.
This dude right here is trying to keep me from videoing this.
You got your hands on me.
Well, you best move out the way.
The woman insisted she hadn't stolen anything, but the officers didn't believe her at all.
This guy.
What's
your name?
Okay, can you stop causing issues?
What I steal?
Scott from
Hop up.
Kroger.
Thank you.
What I steal?
Sit up on your side.
I can't. Please help me up.
We're 26, I'm 10-4. We're in front of
I
Kroger.
did not steal anything from this store.
Come on, roll over and stand up there.
Now let me up, please. All right, come on. I did not steal anything.
When the officer searched the suspect during an arrest, they found multiple new clothes with tags and various food items from Kroger in the suspect's bag.
Oh, great. Well, there's a cut straw on there. Like, come on. It's crushed up at the end. You've been snorting with that.
Oh no, I on the ground. I was using it. I don't steal.
Come on.
I know I use it with I thought it was on the ground. I did not steal it.
Did you pay for the stuff from Kroger?
I didn't. They didn't come from Kroger.
Well, this stuff, where'd it come from? All right, this came from Kroger.
Yeah, they came from Kroger, but I just Kroger.
While officers were outside with the thief, another officer was inside checking the video footage of the suspect shoplifting at Burlington.
she had dropped a sensor on the floor, and she's loading stuff into her bag right there.
While handcuffed and standing outside, the woman had a seizure.
Okay, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta stand up. Sit on your side.
Goodness.
You gotta sit on your side. Start fire as well, just in case. Ma'am, you gotta sit on your side for me. Stay right here. Keep breathing for me.
Then the EMS arrived, and the woman was taken to the hospital. After her hospital visit, she was taken to jail, and also the Burlington representative banned her from the shopping center for 2 years. On February 6, 2024, around 4:36 p.m., officers Nasir Willie, Harry Montalvo, Harold Milne, Alexander Miller, and Shanna Vega were called to the shop right at 900 Madison Street in Hoboken for a shoplifting incident involving 2 people. When they arrived, they met with the alleged shoplifters, Surya Giri, 26, and Jalaj Murya, 24, who were already held in the loss prevention office.
How you doing, man? Hello, hello. How you doing?
How you doing?
Just so you guys know, I have my body camera on, alright?
You understand?
The officers asked the loss prevention officer if ShopRite was going to press charges against Surya and Jalaj, and he said yes. He gave them printouts showing the total value of the items the suspects tried to steal. He told the officers that he had been watching Surya and Jalaj on the surveillance cameras for about 20 minutes, while also keeping an eye on someone else. The suspects had loaded their cart with about $216.27 worth of items, but only paid $30.75. Officer Willie arrested Jalaj, and Officer Miller arrested Surya.
So it was all one receipt?
Yeah. How old are you guys?
I was a,
How old are you?
I'm 26.
On the store, put everything in bags.
How old are you?
They paid
I'm
for
$26.
$30
Okay.
$30?
That's it. Is theirs. And this is the stuff that didn't get paid for. I got their receipt. The items that they did pay for, which is that bag. That's there.
Where were they stopped?
At the expo.
Yeah.
You want to sign a complaint?
Yeah.
Same people from yesterday, right? Both of them?
No, I'm
I'm
talking about him.
Do you have his information?
We have his Phyllis.
What's the last name?
Correct. Something.
They had $200 and stuff in their car. They paid $30 worth to try to walk out. You done with your forms?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll send you the link.
And
you
guys are both 18, both of you, right?
Yeah, they're 26.
Get up. Turn around, put your hands really tight.
Both individuals were transported in the same vehicle to the Hoboken Police Department for further processing. At the police station, Surya and Jalaj were processed. Each was charged with 1 count of shoplifting merchandise. After processing, Surya and Jalaj were handed their summonses and released. They were given summonses to appear in court to face the charges. A guy walked into a Shell station late at night, pulled out a weapon, and demanded money. The clerk, caught off guard and with no other options, handed over all the money. After grabbing the cash, the robber ran off on foot. Thanks to the video evidence, this guy was caught and ended up in jail. A guy broke into a mobile store late at night and started stuffing items into his bag. After filling it up, he took off but wasn't satisfied and returned to grab more. Unfortunately for him, the police were nearby during his second visit. As he left the store the second time, he got caught. His second trip turned out to be a bad idea. A woman walked into a store, pretending to shop, but then she took an item and left without paying. The cashier managed to take her picture, and store security quickly called the police.
Good morning, cashier. We are from Live Security Team. Cashier, the lady customer who grabbed the store. She take away candy from the store.
It didn't take long for the police to apprehend the thief. On January 16, 2019, around 7:01 p.m., a man entered a Macy's store and took clothing off the racks. As he tried to leave the store, he was stopped by two loss prevention officers. In response, the man pulled a knife from his pants pocket and swung it at one of the officers. He then dropped the clothing and ran east through the parking lot. Eventually, the police caught and arrested him. A man attempted to steal candy right in front of a store employee. A bystander stepped in, retrieved the candy pack, and returned it. The employee then tried to manage the situation, and as the man left, they called 911. It turned out that this individual was also trying to steal from other stores that same night. Eventually, he was arrested and ended up behind bars. On a Sunday afternoon, a man and a woman entered an ABC liquor store and stole cash and cigarettes. Although they claimed to have a weapon, no weapon was actually seen. The pair quickly fled with their stolen items, but they were arrested within a week. Two guys walked into the AT&T store at 2730 Kennedy Boulevard W and started checking out several phones. One of them pulled out a pair of wire cutters and detached a black iPhone 11 from its security tether. As they tried to flee, an employee tried to stop them, but one of the suspects shoved the employee aside. Several other stores in the area have been experiencing similar thefts, and these two are suspected to be involved in those as well. The police are currently on the lookout for these two suspects. In Syracuse, New York, a bizarre incident unfolded at iSmash, a business designed for customers to release stress by smashing objects. One Sunday evening, as the general manager, Sean Mooney, was taking customers to a rage room, a loud crash interrupted them. A deer had smashed through the window and entered the lobby, causing a commotion. While waiting for the police, Mooney tried to direct the deer towards the front door, which he kept open.
Everybody stay back. Is everybody all right? You okay? Jared, all the way back.
However, the deer headed to the back of the shop instead. When the police arrived, they opened the back door, allowing the deer to exit. Thankfully, the deer was only slightly injured, with some bleeding, but appeared to be mostly okay. A bunch of young people walked into a store and pretended to shop, then took off with stolen beer right in front of the cashier. These individuals need to realize that actions have consequences. Hopefully, karma will catch up with them. What seemed like a regular day at the 7-Eleven quickly went south when a masked bandit entered, pulled out a weapon, and demanded all the money from the cashier. With no other options, the employee handed over all the cash. The robber hasn't been caught yet and is still on the run. At around 9:10 a.m., a man walked into the Norris Food Market located on East St. Andrew Place. He first acted like a normal customer, buying several items. After his purchase, he lingered outside the store for a few minutes. Then, he went back inside, approached the clerk, showed a weapon in his waistband, and demanded cash from the register. Remarkably, the clerk did not give in to his demands. Instead, the clerk talked the man out of committing the robbery, calming the situation. After the conversation, the man left the store and was last seen heading north on Oak Avenue, moving away from the market. A woman went into a store, started picking up items, and even ate some of them. She left the store with several items without paying. What she didn't realize was that the store had cameras everywhere. The police quickly arrested her. It's good to see karma catching up with people who do such things. A woman entered a store, selected several items as if intending to purchase them, and approached the counter like any regular customer. She then distracted the cashier by asking for something and seized the opportunity to leave with the items as he turned away. Her method suggested it wasn't her first time attempting such a theft. However, her luck didn't last long, as she was eventually caught and arrested by the police. On March 13, 2024, a robbery took place at a McDonald's in Fresno, California, located at 4190 Northwest Avenue. The culprits managed to enter the building by climbing through the drive-through window. Once inside, they stole a cash register and then fled on foot. They were last spotted heading east towards O'Reilly's Auto Parts, moving through the parking lot. The suspects are still at large, and the police are actively searching for them. A man tried to steal a gumball machine from an animal shelter, which already sounds odd, but the situation became even more ridiculous when he attempted to escape through a small doggy door. The gumball machine couldn't handle the maneuver and broke during his escape attempt. This whole scenario seriously lacked common sense. Eventually, the shelter owner called the police, and the hapless thief was arrested. A man walked into a store, looked around casually, and picked up some items. He approached the counter to pay, but as the cashier turned away, he quickly grabbed some cigarettes from the counter and ran off.
Can you get a short cool? Sorry? Can you get a short cool? The green one, please? You bring ID or not? Yeah, I bring it, man. Thanks, Hey, man. Hey, man. No, this is not good, man.
It's surprising the cashier didn't find him suspicious since he had his beanie pulled down over his nose. Anyway, it was a pretty sneaky move. Hopefully, he'll get what's coming to him. 2 armed men entered the Stop and Quick convenience store in Easton and immediately went to the counter, where they compelled the employee to open the cash register. After stealing an undisclosed amount of money, they fled the scene. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office is currently searching for these 2 suspects to bring them to justice. On September 21st, 2007, a man walked into a 7-Eleven in Lake Forest and demanded cash from the employee while showing a weapon.
Hey, come here. Come here. Get on my. You get it. You get it. Now. Get it. Get it. No, you get it. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Take it all out. You. Take it all out. Get it. Hey. You touch it. No, my finger is you can take it. No, you touch it. Get it out. I ain't telling you no more. You push anything, I'm gonna hurry up and kill you. Huh? Do it. You're taking too long, man. Hurry up. Take it, okay.
With no other choice, the employee handed over the money and the robber fled.
Put it in there. No, you. No, I can help you. Okay. You. Do it. Do it now. No, just take it out. Take it out. Take it all up. Take it all up. Hurry up. I'm not playing with you. Yeah. No way. You lost me.
Later, the police arrested this individual, discovering that he was involved in multiple robberies across the area. A man entered a store and quickly went to the back door, where he grabbed a case of beer and took off. However, CCTV footage helped police catch and arrest him. Stealing that case of beer really wasn't worth it. Around 7:17 p.m., a courier who distributes marijuana products parked his work vehicle at a mobile gas station after collecting money from various dispensaries. While he was inside the gas station, a suspect vehicle pulled up next to his vehicle. The front passenger of that vehicle got out, broke the passenger side window, and stole about $145,000 in cash. The suspect's vehicle had a temporary dealer plate that seemed to be altered and couldn't be traced. No one has been arrested for this incident yet. On April 6, 2024, at around 4:15 p.m., several people entered the Dollar General at 1324 Getwell Road. They initially had masks on top of their heads, which they pulled down to cover their faces once inside. They started stuffing merchandise into garbage bags, As they tried to leave with the stolen items, the store manager confronted them. Alarmingly, one of the suspects, who was wearing an orange mask, pulled out a weapon and fired it toward the store. The incident was not only a danger to the store staff, but also threatened people nearby, hitting vehicles and buildings in the area. They then escaped. The Memphis Police Department came to the store after getting a report of the robbery. No one has been arrested yet, and the police are still trying to find and arrest the suspects. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.